What's the best type of ink to use with extra fine nibs, and what brands of pens have the finest nibs? Well, that really kind of varies because fountain pen nibs are kind of like, women's dress sizes. It kind of varies by brand, even though there are designations. They are kind of general and stick to the brand. But anyway, generally speaking, Japanese brands, so Pilot, Sailor, Platinum, they will be ground finer than most other brands of fountain pens. That's just kind of, that's kind of how they are. Those three brands actually make all their own nibs in-house, whereas, more European companies tend to use companies like Bock or Jovo for their nibs, actual nib companies, and then they'll adapt them for their own pens. It's not as common for every pen manufacturer to actually make all their own custom nibs for their pens, except that's what the Japanese do. So that said, what's the best type of ink to use with extra fine nibs? Really depends what your goal is. I mean, best is really kind of a general term. If you're trying to use an extra fine nib so that it doesn't bleed a lot on your paper, then you'd want to go with something like Noodler's Black or Heart of Darkness or X-Feather or something that will stay really tight to the line. Maybe you'd want to stay with something that will dry a little quicker if you are left-handed and you're trying to use an extra fine so that it will not smear as much. So you may want to go with one of the quicker drying inks, maybe a fast dry like Noodler's or Private Reserve one. That's I guess, given the nature of the question, that's about as well as I can answer it there.